Hello Year 6. So, welcome to our first online lesson of the week, and we're doing English, and we're looking at using ing openers or simile openers within sentences. Okay, so I'm going to quickly remind you now, I know this is something we've looked at in class over the last few weeks, so we should be pretty familiar, but here's a quick little thing to help remind you how to do it. Okay, so we could write sentences like this: the tree hung near the river. And there's nothing wrong with this sentence, but actually with a bit of just swinging round, we can actually make it a much more interesting sentence by using an ing opener. So rather than saying the tree hung near the river, I could put this hanging at the start of the sentence. So I could swing it round. So now I'm going to start with hanging over the river. And then at this point, that's the end of my subordinate clause, so I'm going to put in a comma. Hanging over the river, the tree looked down upon the other plants. And straight away, that sentence is a lot more interesting than just the trees hung near the river. We've got hanging over the river, the tree looked down upon the other plants. And similarly, with a simile we can use. So we could, instead of just having a simple sentence, something like, I'm trying to think of an example. The snow fell on the ground, again, which is an okay sentence. It's a simple sentence. But actually, this verb we can put at the start. So, falling on the ground, comma, the snow started to cover the countryside. And then straight away, using a very similar idea, we've now created a complex sentence using ing openers. So we've got the hanging over the river, and we've got the falling on the ground. And then, as well as using ing openers, we can use some simile openers. So actually we could improve those a little bit. So we could have added a simile there. Hanging over the river like a monkey climbing through something, blah, 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 blah. The tree looked upon the mirror. Or falling onto the ground. The snow started to cover the countryside. We could add a simile to that falling. Now, using similes in a different way, we could write things like an eagle catching its prey, comma, like an eagle catching its prey, Mr. Fraser devoured. No, I'm not sure if I spelled devoured right. So at that point I'd get a devoured. I feel I should know how to spell that if this is a video going on YouTube, but I'm going to risk it anyway. Devoured his dinner. Everybody, I'm not sure about that spelling. Use a dictionary to check it. Or another simile that we could have is something like as loudly as an elephant the waterfall crashed into the river. And then we've got two sentences there that are using a simile to open it. Just a quick way of creating complex sentences. So your task, like it says on the sheet, is to use some ing openers and use some simile openers within a description. So ready is just about you writing your own 6 sentences, I think I put. Steady, I want you to look at the images that are available and to pick one of them and to write a paragraph. So that will use some ing openers and some simile openers, but you're describing that setting using all 6 sentences. And I want a mixture of sentences, but concentrating on the ing and simile openers. And then go is a lot like steady. However, I want you to have something happening in there. So it might be that some characters come in and there's a bit of a speech, maybe a speech burger between them, okay? So ready, 6 sentences. Steady, a setting description, including the ing and simile openers. And go, a setting description, ing and simile openers, plus some speech dialogue between some characters. Okay, have a good go, Year 6. Do your work, and then send it in to me on Dojo. Bye.